This is
Oh, delicious snacks. Speaking of cum,
Wait, you think it's delicious too? I thought it was just
no,
me.
I do not. But I know that you do, so I'm just supporting you, man.
I appreciate that. Is would you rather fight 20 kindergarten kids that each have a knife
Ooh.
or one mountain lion that suffers from Down syndrome?
How many times did you masturbate? Recording in progress.
Good evening, sir.
Hello
Or
to you.
afternoon,
It's evening.
this morning.
It's definitely not morning.
Well, I mean, should we greet people how and what time they're going to be listening at
No,
instead of what time we record?
I don't think so, because how could you possibly know when someone would listen?
We've only got two listeners, so it's 50-50, right?
Just call them and ask.
Hey, what time are you listening? Thursday at 2? Perfect.
Okay, we'll cater to your needs.
Hmm.
So a funny thing happened to me this weekend.
Yeah.
I got it into my head that it's possible that I could get into my old PlayStation account because I have like a whole bunch of games and downloads and saved files and everything attached to this one PlayStation Network ID.
When you say old, do you currently have a different PlayStation ID that you use, or do you not use PlayStation?
Yeah, because I didn't have PlayStation for so long, and then I like picked up a PlayStation 3 at the thrift store, and I was just, at first I tried to set up to my old account and I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I just started a new one, whatever,
Yeah.
played some games, but then it got me thinking that I have all this old stuff on there
Yeah.
that I paid money for.
I was just gonna ask, like free games or you paid for the downloads?
Yeah, I paid for them, like a whole bunch of stuff, like all the Skyrim DLC and add-ons and all that stuff. And I was like, fuck, I want that stuff.
You know hookers charge for DLCs now and different skins and
Uh-oh.
yeah,
We
you
got
pay.
shape-shifting ones out there?
No, they just put on different costumes. So yeah, you pay for the hooker, but now they offer seasons of stuff. So if you're a regular customer, they offer different costumes, different accents, different quests you can do when you're with them.
Sounds expensive.
No, it's my God, I've got no money left, dude.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Side
sorry.
quest.
That's a story for another day.
Well, so long story short, I guess I was not able to retrieve said account.
Hmm.
I
Have
tried
you?
everything. I watched all the YouTube videos on how to do it. I guess my next step is to actually get a hold of customer support.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because I know one time I went to go log in and I couldn't. Like my PlayStation just wouldn't log in.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck is going on? And my friends messaged me, like text me and said, hey, you changed your name on your account. I'm like, what? And apparently somebody hacked my account and blocked, like locked me out of it.
uh-oh.
But PlayStation was able to verify who I was and they locked them out. And then we changed my password like over the phone. And then I was
Yeah.
able to log in and then I set up like two-factor authentication. So now I get a text whenever somebody tries to like change my password or buy anything on PlayStation or change my username.
Well, that's a good safe security feature to have.
Yeah. So yeah, I have not got a text since though. Although there was one time I was unable to log in and I sent like a password change thing. It said, "Hey, is this you?" I was like, "Yeah, that's me."
It's so stupid though. They're like, I'm like going through the step-by-step thing and it's like, we will send you an email and you just click on whatever from there.
Yeah.
And I did this no less than 20 times and I never
Jesus.
once received a single fucking email from them.
Do you think maybe you have an old email address on there that you don't remember having?
No, it's the only email address I've ever used.
Because I know when I got rid of Shaw Cable as my internet service provider, I had a whole bunch of email addresses, like my name at shaw.ca, and for a whole bunch of accounts for things. And I forgot to change a whole bunch of them. So when it sent me my password link, it would send it to the other account. I'm like, fuck. It's a
It's
lot of
very
change. Like
frustrating.
it's really weird to change all that shit when you think about it. Like life was simpler before internet and email and apps and passwords and it's just fucking it's so much work now.
It was simpler and it was better. And that's why in the last little bit here, I've gotten rid of all my social media pretty much. And it's been really good actually. I'm like I'm living life, time slowing down a little bit. Remember how we talked about how time's speeding up?
Oh yeah.
Now it's starting to slow down again. All
Internet.
because I'm not getting inundated with stupid fucking doom and gloom horse shit on social media.
Yeah, I try and I mean, I'm still on there, but I don't spend as much time as I used to, and I'm happy for that. Although last night I was ready to go to bed and then somebody sent me a text and I
Yeah.
clicked on the TikTok and then I realized an hour and a half later I was like, wow, it's 3:30 in the morning.
And I've been scrolling.
Holy fucking shit. I don't even know what I watched in the last hour and a half. Like I
No,
can't recall any of it.
it's gone. How many times did you masturbate?
I masturbated when I woke up this morning because I was at 3:30 in the morning. It's like, nope, that's half an hour past my bedtime. I was trying to go to bed early, go to bed at 2, spend 45 minutes touching myself, and Bob's your uncle.
When you wake up in the
Yeah, so I
morning?
will,
Bob's your uncle?
yeah, so I woke up, finished myself off, and then I went to work.
Lame.
Yeah, it's pretty lame. Although it's easier cleanup because I'm like having a shower right away instead of like laying in bed and having to clean up.
Yeah, I
So,
guess.
yeah. Wow, that's enough for my personal life. Oh, wait,
Yeah, I
no, it's
mean,
no, it's not. So I have new tires on my vehicle. So I drive two vehicles. So one vehicle wintertime, one vehicle summer, springish kind of thing. And my winter vehicle, whenever it gets really shitty winter out here, like it snows and snows, and the city doesn't plow. So people drive over the snow and it creates these huge fucking divots and like fucking valleys and ravines and bumps in the road. It's absolutely fucking terrible. It feels like you're going 4x4 when you're driving on the street because there's about a foot and a half of snow from the concrete up.
just sitting on layer after layer of
Yeah, and
ice.
yeah, it'll snow and the wind will blow, and if people don't drive on it, it gets like I don't know, waves, and then when it hardens and then it snows, it's fucking terrible. And I know when I do that, my rims and my tire aren't quite perfect, so when I'm hitting all the bumps, I know I'm squishing air out because I've got really old tires and they have little cracks and stuff in them.
Yeah.
And so I'm constantly going to have to fill my tires in -40, which I can't tell you how much that fucking blows.
Is
But
it
it's hard to
still
wear.
cold there or
No,
is
no,
it
no. Here
spring
it's
now?
fine. It's like 27 degrees today.
Oh, fuck,
It
nice.
was 31 yesterday, so I'm not complaining about that. But so all winter, my tire kept like losing air, losing air, losing air. And I have a compressor at home, so it's not that hard for me to plug it in, fill it up. But it's just standing outside for like 4 minutes when it's -40 is fucking terrible.
It just plugs into your cigarette lighter?
No, no, I'm plugging my into my house. It's just like a
Oh,
like a
okay.
little pancake compressor kind of thing,
Gotcha.
like a little portable one that I have for tires and my wheelbarrow tire and my kids' bike tires.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're basketballs and shit. But so I figured it was time to get new tires. So my driver's side front, driver's side back were both leaking air. So you can't switch those two tires out because you can only do fronts or backs, right?
Correct.
So I was like, well, I need one front, one back. So it looks like I need four because I can't just do one of each, right?
Right.
And yeah, I priced everything out and I found the best deal I could, which was like 30% off. I don't know. I caught Canadian Tire on a good sale day, I guess.
Fuck.
And then I did a research and for reviews and stuff, and the tires I got apparently are like top shelf for Canadian Tire brand.
Yeah.
And yeah, it cost me $730 for four tires, which
Oh,
is
that's cheap.
yeah, right? Which is I mean usually they were 330 I think for per tire.
Yeah.
So fucking expensive. And then it cost me like 230 to get them installed. But these things have like massive fucking grips, like huge grooves in the tread now. I just looked at it and I was like, holy fucking shit. I was driving what would apparently be bald tires, but I didn't even realize it.
So you should be good for like 5 years then?
Probably about 10 years. The last time I got tires on this thing was like 2013,
Oh,
2012.
nice. Yeah, 10 years. Right
So
on.
I only drive it for like 5 months out of the year.
True.
So
So that was your winter vehicle you got new tires on?
yeah, the week before I park it, I got new
Yeah.
tires on it.
You're like, perfect. We'll put it away. Do you
Yeah.
wrap it up or you put it in the garage?
No, I don't have a garage. I just park it beside my house.
Oh, yeah. Do you put a cover on it?
I don't.
You should.
I know, but I don't.
Hey, look at me. Just put a
You should.
cover on it.
Yeah, but what's it gonna do?
It
Sun?
keeps it pristine. It'll keep the tires a little better.
I gotta buy a big one. It's an SUV, so an H3. I can't imagine a cover for
Oh,
that.
that'd be a pretty pricey, yeah?
So, whatever. I mean, it's got rust on the sides. It's not a
Just
vehicle I
let
want.
it rot, eh?
I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about really things anymore. It's
I don't
not a
care about
prior.
things anymore either. I'm not going to be a consumer of anything. I got rid of a whole bunch of shit. As you can see, my background looks a little different. I'm just chilling on the
Yeah.
couch here.
Was it different location or same location, just move
Same
the couch?
location, but there's like all the walls are empty now. Everything's probably super echoey on the mic now.
And when do you move? Because
I
you said
get the
you had a,
keys on the 15th. So what's it today? The 4th. So 11 days I get the keys. And then I have 15 days to move everything from here to there, get this place clean,
that's good.
blah, blah,
That's a
bother your
lot of
uncle.
time. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Ample time.
Ooh, happy May 4th.
Oh, may the 4th be with you.
Yes. I usually do an Instagram post of like Star Wars Disney pictures and Comic-Con Disney pictures, or
Like
sorry, Comic-Con Star Wars
Princess Leia
pictures.
getting hit from behind.
Yeah, with my face superimposed over top of Princess Leia because that's what Daddy likes.
Yeah. I remember receiving a few of those Chewbacca faced ones.
You're welcome. Mhm. So yeah, that's the only exciting thing in my life in the last week.
What about delicious snack foods?
Holy shit, dude. Uh, Arby's. Did we talk about the Arby's sandwiches? I think we did, right?
I think we must have.
I said the turkey and then the brown
Yeah,
sugar
we did.
bacon. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. You
So
had
I
them
had
again?
no, no, I had those 2 weeks ago, and then I said Mary Brown's, which you shit on,
I
which
did.
they have a hot honey sandwich, which I haven't tried yet. But I did go to Popeyes while I was getting tires at Canadian Tire, which is like the last building on the outskirts of town before it's like fields.
Wait, it's in the Canadian Tire?
No, but it's at that end of the highway, like right near the end of town. They're building new stuff like hotels and stuff,
Oh yeah.
restaurants. But Mary Brown, oh sorry, Popeyes happens to be there, and so is Canadian Tire. So they told me I had 2 hours, so I just like walked across the highway and sat at Popeyes. And
2 hours? What the fuck?
yeah, I was thinking 45 minutes, but I was
10
done.
minutes.
I was done in like an hour, and I walked back, and they had my hood open. They had the back of my H3 open, like the back cargo door. And I'm just looking through the thing. There's no other fucking cars in there but mine. I was like, there's four people working on it.
They
One
were
car.
bukkake your back seat.
Like, what the fuck are they doing? Maybe they were the homeless people that were smoking crack in it last year when it was parked at the auto shop.
They were like searching for their lost pipe.
I don't know, but I was just wondering what the fuck's taking so long. And then my phone started ringing. I saw that it said Canadian Tire, and I was literally 5 feet away from the guy calling. So I just
You're
walk
like,
up and go, "Hey,
hi.
hey man, what's up?" He's like, "Oh, just to let you know, we found a tiny oil leak, and you have a fog light out, and your air filter needs to be cleaned." I go,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I've
we
got an
want
air."
more money, more money, more
Well, I've
money.
got an air filter at home for it that I just didn't put in last year. And yeah, I had it at a shop recently for the oil thing, so I know that that's a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, they put everything together and they parked it out back and I went back up front and I was like, "Hey man," he goes, "Oh yeah, they'll be done in like 15 minutes." And I like pointed outside to the parking lot. I go, "You parked it already like 5 minutes ago." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure." And yeah, I paid, hopped in the car, and they usually put like sheets down so they don't get it dirty, like plastic
Yeah.
things.
Little paper things on the bottom.
Yeah, I saw one out of the corner of my eye. I thought they put it over the back seat, like over my shoulder, and I went to go grab it, and it was all my tires were in my vehicle wrapped in plastic.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, you asked me if I wanted you to dispose of them. I said yes. You said okay, and now they're in my fucking car.
Fuck.
I had to go back in. I was like, hey man, you asked me, and I didn't want them to come home with me. He's like, oh yeah, we'll dispose of them for you. Is that what you want? I'm like, well, you asked,
Well, we've
and
established that, Richard.
and I answered. He's like, okay. I go, do you just want me to roll them in? He goes, no, just park inside the bay, and we'll take them
Fuck.
out.
Like, hey, can we do something else to take up more time there, pal?
Oh, they didn't quite reach the 2 hour mark, so they needed me to drive back into the bay and unload my own
Jesus.
fucking
I
tires.
would have taken them out and winged them into the parking lot one at a time. Bye.
Couldn't realize how big these fucking tires were till I mean, I guess that's why they had the back of my truck open because they were putting tires back there,
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
right? And I was like,
After
okay.
the Bukkake Fest.
They're rubbing their wangs on it like it's a
They're like,
Prius.
ah.
Anyways, snacks, Popeyes.
Oh, delicious snacks. Speaking of cum,
Wait, you think it's delicious too? I thought it was just
no,
me.
I do not. But I know that you do, so I'm just supporting you, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm a
good
supportive
friend.
guy.
So yeah, Popeyes has a pickle menu. So they have like battered deep
Pickles.
fried pickles.
You and your phallic shaped items.
Well, these ones are sliced, so they're little coin-shaped items.
Oh, they're not
But
like long spears.
no, a full pickle deep fried with little balls they put on the bottom made out of cauliflower. It's kind of hot.
Hmm.
No, I didn't have the dill pickles, the fried dill pickles, because I'd already had them. But they have a Popeye's chicken sandwich, which has, it says barrel aged pickles, and then our tender, battered, breaded chicken breast with a sweet pickle glaze. So it's like a hot honey, but instead of being hot honey, it's just a syrup of sweet dill pickle.
And they put like pickle juice in the batter.
No, no, it's like they get a squeeze bottle, and that squeeze bottle, instead of filled with like barbecue or ranch, is filled with like a sweet pickle glaze. And they just
I don't
like
get
pour
it.
it.
What's it made out of?
I don't know. Sweet
Vinegar
pickle
and pickle juice that's been thickened with cornstarch?
or semen, like you
Or
talked about.
semen
But yeah, that was all over the burger and it was all over the bun. It was inside the wrapper.
leaking all over the
Well, that's
place.
just it. I was expecting a typical McDonald's bullshit where you open the package and there's this fucking lettuce and just sauce fucking everywhere. And it
Yeah.
wasn't like that. It had soaked into the bun, it soaked into the chicken, and it wasn't sticky anywhere.
Oh, weird.
And it tasted so fucking good, man. Like it was
Huh.
amazingly good. Like I'd say 8.5 out of 10 would
Oh,
recommend
wow.
if you like sweet pickles and chicken. There's no sauce on it though. I was like, they should put their blackened ranch. They have this awesome Cajun ranch, but they didn't put it on there. It would have been amazing.
I guess they figured that that sopping fucking whatever is enough.
Yeah.
The sopping pickle sauce.
Like you know when you get a burger and it's got too much sauce and the bun starts to like get moist and fall apart?
Yeah.
It's not like that. The
No,
bun was
it
intact.
somehow absorbed it, right?
Yeah. It's probably the additive of peanut of semen. That's
Of
my guess.
chemicals. They add chemicals. They
Yeah.
spray it down to hold it all together with glue,
And semen.
a jizzy layer,
Yeah.
the
Wait, what
jizzy
was it?
glue layer.
What was the jizzy glue layer you were talking about? Was that pizza?
Yeah, that's from the frozen pizza. It was the when I watched like how it was made,
Yeah.
and they kept trying and trying and trying to make like a freezer stable frozen pizza, but as soon as you baked it, it would just stodgify the crust every single time, and they're like, "What the fuck can we do?" And then one guy was like, "Hey, I got an idea," and he came up with the jizzy glue
He
layer, and
started ejaculating all over the
yeah,
pizza.
and that goes in between the pizza crust and the pizza sauce and stops it for, I guess, as soon as it gets to a certain temperature, the jizzy glue layer melts and disappears,
Hmm.
and the sauce does its thing.
Well, someone's a thinker, I guess.
Yeah, man, these are scientists. It's above us.
So yeah, if you want to go grab yourself a Popeye's dill pickle chicken sandwich, I say it's an 8.5 out of 10.
That's really good. I will have to try that if I ever go to Popeyes, which probably ain't gonna happen.
Hmm.
I'd have to
Um,
make a concerted effort to do so.
too far away, or what's the?
I'm not trying to spend money on that kind of stuff right now.
I get that. I just had 2 hours to kill when I thought I had an hour to kill, so I was like, eh.
Yeah, you got to do something, right? Besides jerking off in a field somewhere.
Well, I wanted to, but I figured, fuck, if I get arrested and I got a lot going on. I don't want to have to go pick up my car tomorrow because I'm going to be arrested and I probably have to spend the night in jail. And then Canadian Tire will try and get a hold of me and be like, hey, we put your tires in your car. You have an oil leak. You owe us 4 grand.
Yeah, yeah, we just decided to fix the oil leak for you,
Yeah. And we parked your car, but we charged you like a storage fee.
and now there's a crackhead living in it.
Uh, the same crackhead living in it. They tracked him down. And the crackhead was wondering where your Smurf blanket was. It's like, well, bitch, I don't keep that in there anymore.
It was extra cozy. Did you ever
Yeah.
get the second one
Yeah, yeah, it came in. It's pristine, brand new. Like it's like this chick bought it in like 1983 and
and
kept it
just
in the
stashed it?
wrapper. Yeah,
That's sick.
I'm very happy with it, but I'm scared to use it.
Is that the only delicious snack that you have had lately?
As far as I know, I haven't like made anything at home that's kind of unique. I haven't like gone out for fast food. That was it. Because I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow, so I've got like 2 days of eating nothing but really expensive Disneyland food. So I didn't want to spend too much money eating crap here when I know I'm going to be eating all that crap like tomorrow and the next day and the day after.
That's fair. I've had a couple new things here. I tried the golden sriracha Doritos you mentioned.
Yeah, how are they?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Okay, I've got a bag. Did you buy the small bag or the big bag?
The big bag, although it is smaller than it rightfully should be.
I told you, yeah, man.
It,
Shrinkflation.
it's like no, it's limited edition, so they put less in there because if you go to the normal bags, it has more in them.
Oh shit, I did try something. Can I cut you off?
Yeah,
Okay. I was at 7-Eleven with my kid because I'm teaching her how to drive. So when she leaves school at lunchtime, we go for like drives and then go grab lunch and then she's driving around.
yeah,
And we stopped by 7-Eleven because I wanted a Slurpee and I had points, so my Slurpee was free. Fuck yeah.
fuck
And
yeah,
I saw that like Miss Vicky's has awesome chips. Correct me if I'm
yeah.
wrong. Like,
They're great.
yeah, Miss Vicky's top shelf. They have a new one, Harvest Cheddar Jalapeno.
Tried them. They're good.
Yeah, they were so fun. I don't eat cheese, and I love these chips. I bought the small bag. I saw the big one. I was like, do I have to buy another one of these big fucking bags? And then I walked around until I found a small one, and I was disappointed because it was so good. I wish I'd bought the big one.
Is that your favorite Miss Vicky's now?
No, the jalapeno, just jalapeno ones are so damn good,
They're
and the
so
spicy
good.
ketchup are really good.
I also love chili and sour cream.
Hell yeah.
So fucking good.
Do they still have the black pepper lime ones?
I think so.
Oh, haven't had those forever. But I did something neat. My kid had her lunch packed, which was a peanut butter sandwich, and I was like, wait a minute. Can you put some of these chips on that sandwich and eat it? And she's like, no. So I was like, all right, if I do it, will you do it? She's like, sure. So I put some of those Harvest cheddar jalapeno chips on
In
the
a
peanut butter
peanut
sandwich.
butter sandwich.
Yeah. And I ate it, dude, and it was like so fucking good. And the only reason I did that is because I had the Triple O's bacon jalapeno peanut butter burger a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
Well,
peanut butter, jalapenos, yeah, cheddar, this all makes sense.
maybe you'll get to the cream of mushroom soup one day with the peanut butter toast.
You know what? I'm almost there.
It's unbelievable how good it is.
So yeah, that's the last time I'm going to cut you off today.
Okay. I have one more snack
Yep.
I tried this weekend. Wild berry Twizzlers.
Oh, I saw them at Canadian Tire when I was in the checkout.
They're fucking delicious.
Oh, I didn't buy them. I should have.
They're good. They're well worth it.
Okay, I usually buy the creamsicle ones when they come out. And they had the orange creamsicle one
They
and the
had
wild.
those as well, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've had the pink lemonade. I've had the creamsicle. I'm just gonna pass. They're all good, but I'm buying a little wire brush for like my work grill while I was waiting at Canadian Tire forever.
Canadian Tire is always a good wander.
Yeah, we have a new one in town like last year, and it's huge. It's like 3 times the size of the original one they had here, which I didn't
Nice.
think they're doing that well. Like, are you really doing that well with people shopping that you're going to build something 3 times the size?
They just put in an offer to purchase the Hudson's Bay Company,
Really?
so they must be doing okay.
What would they do with the Hudson Bay Company?
They're just relaunch it the way it was, just to preserve it.
Yeah, but
Maybe
that
hopefully lower the prices a bit.
that business model clearly doesn't work because they're shutting down. You know what I mean? Like that's
Totally,
an
I know, I get it.
that's an odd investment when you see
Or
something
maybe they'll
failing.
like go half and half. This side's Canadian Tire, this side's Hudson Bay.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty logical thing to have two Canadian staple companies working together out of the same roof.
I think so. I mean, I like the Bay, but I get how it doesn't work. But then it only works in the past with the malls and the
Yep.
way things were, but it doesn't work anymore. It'll never be profitable.
No, not as a brick and mortar anyway.
Mm-mm. Well, and we want brick and mortar. We don't want stupid online.
Yeah, yeah, we want that, but it'll never work like that.
I know it's too expensive. The overhead's too high.
Yeah.
Unless the government paid for like the space and the overhead, that's the only way they could do it.
Do you really want your tax dollars going to making sure the Hudson Bay Company still exists and the CEOs still make millions?
Well, I'd rather our tax dollars go to the preservation of Canadian staples rather than transgender fucking studies in classrooms and shit like that.
Yeah, but the amount of money that goes into the transgender study is probably paling in comparison to the money going into investing in repurchasing the Hudson Bay Company.
And whatever else they fucking waste our tax dollars on.
Yeah,
But we don't get to choose what they spend.
unfortunately. Can you imagine if we got to vote on all of that?
I'd be like,
Uh,
give it to Josh.
that'd be amazing to be able to vote on all the stuff they spend money on.
I vote we give it to Josh.
Yeah, you just fill in your own little square in the bottom, says give it to Josh.
Yeah, exactly. Just add an extra one. Yeah. But it doesn't work like that.
Unfortunately.
Hey, Clay,
Hmm.
You remember that segment we've been doing about idioms?
I do recall a thing or two about that.
I wondered if you wanted to go over a few more of them.
Well, you're in luck, Josh. I
I
happen
am?
to have a few.
What a coincidence. I do as well.
I only have one here. Nope, sorry, two. I've got two.
I have two, and there's a theme involved.
Oh, I wish. I'm not that clever.
Damn. Well, I am.
Well, we'll save the best for last, so I guess we're gonna save yours for last.
Okay.
Because
I'm
yours
gonna
has a
sit
theme.
back and relax and wait for you.
Yeah, but you still have to guess.
Okay.
All right. You ever heard the phrase go pound salt?
I've heard pound sand.
Hmm. I've heard go pound salt. So I
Huh.
looked it up because I don't know what the fuck that means. I
Well,
mean, if
going to pound sand, I know what that means.
okay, what does that mean?
It means fuck off, basically.
Well, go pound salt is just like go pound sand.
They both mean the same thing. Go
Yeah.
fuck off.
So essentially means bug off or go fly a kite or like fuck off.
Take a flying fuck on a rolling donut.
There we go. Historically speaking, though, I don't know where the pound sand would come from, but pound salt actually has a history behind it.
Ooh, teach me.
Ooh, so it is believed that go pound salt has roots in the salt mines when pounding salt was the most unpleasant task available at the time.
Oh, I could see that.
So you want someone to fuck off, but you want to give them the worst job ever, you tell them to go pound salt.
Huh. What about sand? Where do you think that one came from?
I don't know. Is there a job where you pound sand?
The salt makes sense now. The sand doesn't.
Hmm. Maybe you heard the phrase, and I heard the phrase from a bunch of fucking idiots.
Could be, but I feel like there's got to be something to it. Like it would be a waste of time to go sit on a beach somewhere and punch the sand.
Or fuck the sand.
I'm sure that's been done once or twice.
Oh, I've been there. All right. So if you do a little research with the help of Jamie, we all have a Jamie, don't we?
I don't know about all of us, but we do.
We do. So Jamie has sent me information, and go pound sand tells someone that they don't have enough sense to do anything worthwhile.
Oh, so it's kind of different, isn't it?
It is, but kind of the same, right?
Not really. I say it's different.
Well, it just says it expresses an additional level of disdain and contempt rather than just saying go away.
Pounding sand is pointless menial work? Yeah, no shit.
But pounding salt was a job that people went to that they fucking hated.
Well, and it's got a purpose because you're basically harvesting the salt, no?
I don't know. I would assume so in a salt mine. It's probably there for a reason.
All right, I think we've exhausted that idiom.
Okay, so there was one of my favorite movies ever is called Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
It's a good one.
I've probably watched it 200 times in my life, and I'm not tired of it yet. I wished and dreamed to live just one day like that in high school, just one fucking day, even to the point where I could like show up and take my kid out of school and have them skip, and I could be the Ferris Bueller character. Just why not, right?
Why haven't you done it?
I don't know. Do I have to make out with my kid because he makes out with his girlfriend? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So
Put
I
a
should do it
dress
then.
on. Yeah,
Okay,
you should.
perfect. I don't have any Ferraris to steal, but uh, there's a scene in there where Ferris and Cameron are calling the principal, right? To
Prank calling him.
well, prank calling him, but not prank calling him to give them the day off, pretending that they're the father, right?
Yeah.
And then they start sort of arguing, and to grab the principal's attention, Cameron's like, "Mind your P's and Q's." And
Mind your P's and
as
Q's.
a kid, I didn't understand it.
I don't
As
know
a
what that means either. I'm glad you're bringing this up because I've
as
always
a
wanted to know.
as a grown up, I don't understand it. So I had Jamie send me some information.
Should we
And
guess first?
yeah, you can guess. I mean, I can't guess because I know what it is, but you should guess.
I
Mind your
always thought
P's
the
and
Q
Q's.
was questions.
Okay.
So what would
Yeah.
the P be? Mind
Oh,
your
personal questions? No,
maybe, but
personals.
no, because it would be this and then
Yeah.
this.
I thought Q's was questions as well, but P's, I never got it.
No, and I still don't know. Go ahead.
Well, in Old England, they used to drink ale in pints and quarts,
Oh,
P's and Q's.
fuck.
So when
P's and
customers
Q's.
got unruly, the innkeeper would yell at them to mind their pints and quarts.
So
In other
shut the
words,
fuck up and drink your beer.
settle down and drink your beers. Yeah. So
Trippy.
essentially, he was telling the principal to settle down, mind your P's and
Interesting.
Q's. Yeah. Wait, did we just learn something?
We did learn something. And another thing that's very odd, you know how I said my idioms have a theme?
Yeah.
The theme is that they're British Old English sayings.
Do you think maybe most of these are because English is derived from that country and
Well, it
sayings
sort of is,
were
right?
probably created a long time ago within that language?
Yeah, I think probably a lot of them do come from there.
Hmm. Well, I am ready to learn.
Okay, well, have you ever heard the term lovely jubbly?
Yes, I have no idea what it means, but I think of Jubblies when Austin Powers has the fembots coming at him and he calls their boobs Jubblies.
Yeah.
They've
Is
got
that what
such
you think it means?
just big bouncing boobies.
Well, lovely jubbly is a British colloquial exclamation meaning excellent or brilliant, often used to express delight or approval. Lovely jubbly, and its origin was popularized by the character Del Boy in the British sitcom Only Fools and Horses,
Which probably is an idiom as well.
which is probably an idiom as well.
Interesting.
So that's kind of an interesting. I never knew what it meant. I just thought that it just meant something was good. So I pretty much knew.
Yeah. I thought it meant like Jubblies were boobs because the way Austin Powers they had the little the guns coming out of the boobs, right? Because he called them like machine gun Jubblies.
Machine gun jubblies. That's
Yeah.
probably something to do with that too, right?
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Well,
it
I'm
was
glad that
about kids.
exists.
How about odds and sods?
Never heard of it.
No?
But I mean,
Another British saying.
sods is like sod for like fields,
Don't know.
odds and sods. Nope, I got nothing.
I always thought it meant odds and ends, like
Okay.
and this and that sort of thing, but let's find out. Odds and sods is a British informal expression meaning miscellaneous or unimportant things or people.
Huh.
Odds and sods, or bits and bobs is another term that it could
Yeah,
work
that makes
with.
sense.
Yeah, and that's it. Interesting. We learned.
We learned about idioms.
Lovely jubbly. Bob's your uncle.
I think Bob's your uncle. We should just rename the whole podcast to Bob's your uncle because we seem to say it a lot.
We do. Do we say it too much?
I don't think so. Too much is
Okay,
not
good.
enough.
Bob's your uncle then.
Is too much enough?
It's only too much if people are getting annoyed by it.
Hmm. Well, are you annoyed when I ask you a would you rather question?
Sometimes.
Would you like to answer a would you rather question?
Sure, let's go.
You want one or two?
Let's go with one.
All right. So, would you rather, number one, is would you rather fight 20 kindergarten kids that each have a knife
Ooh.
or one mountain lion that suffers from Down syndrome?
I'm not sure that Down syndrome mountain lions are a thing.
Well, I don't think they are a thing, but I mean, you can imagine what a Down syndrome mountain lion would be like, right?
It would be even more dangerous
It would
than
be
a normal
super
one.
unpredictable.
I would definitely go with the 20 kindergarten kids with knives. I could bitch slap all of them. They wouldn't get one of those knives on me.
You don't think they could get close enough with their 20 of them
Fuck
jumping at you?
no. I'm so fast and explosive.
Just smacking them, you hear the knives hitting the ground, little kids
Yeah,
screaming and crying.
I would use one as a weapon and swing him around by the head, and he would be hitting all the other ones like
Like
Neo in the Matrix.
like Austin Powers with Mini-Me on his crotch when he's
Yeah,
using it like a weapon.
exactly. And I'd
Uh,
be throwing knives too, just fucking wah, shink.
so you think you could kill the 20 kindergarten kids before you think the mountain lion would probably just annihilate you even if it had Down syndrome?
100%. I would not survive the Down syndrome mountain lion. But the question really is, what are the repercussions of murdering 20 kindergarten students? Even if they're armed with knives, it's not gonna,
Oh, it's self-defense, right? I'm sure you could claim that.
no, it's not gonna go over well.
So, like in a realistic situation, you would rather be fighting the mountain lion that's got Down syndrome,
Yeah,
because
because even
you,
if it kills me, at least I'm not going to be a registered fucking murderer of
child abuser,
children.
murderer.
Yeah.
But think about the scientific discovery. If you were actually able to take down the mountain lion and then like the forestry people got it and tranked it and then took it away, they're like, wow, this mountain lion's got Down syndrome. We're like, all right, cool. I discovered it.
And that's the side effect of that option.
They would probably call it Josh's syndrome because Down, it's similar to Downs, but Downs is in humans.
Yeah, so yeah,
Jo-
Josh's syndrome.
Do you really want to be known as that? Like, oh, I cause retardation in animals.
Do
Cool.
I want to be known as the guy who murdered 20 armed kindergarten students
I mean, it might be pretty badass to tell people I fought 20 people with knives off.
and
And
killed them? Oh, but they were all children.
well, you don't have to put that part in. We always embellish, right?
And I did 70 years in top security prison. Brutal.
You want to know what else is brutal?
What else is brutal?
Well, I can tell you that because you're talking about children, right? Like being abusive or abusing children and getting put away and shit.
I wasn't talking about that at all.
Oh, sorry. You were talking about like child abuse in a sense when you were beating the children with the knives, right?
I was talking about repercussions of defending yourself against 20 armed kindergarten
Which
students that you murdered.
the
Yeah.
repercussions would be you would be probably charged as like child endangerment or abusive or whatever, right?
Or absolute slaughtering, like a what would they call that? You're not you're a spree killer if you kill that many people.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't premeditated, so they attacked you.
You're
Wouldn't they have
still a
to
spree killer.
wouldn't you have to fucking question where 20 kindergartners got knives from and started attacking you? It's like, hey, this isn't really a me problem.
You're
This
like,
started,
sir, why did you keep killing them? They were armed.
yeah.
I felt a threat to my person.
Well, I can tell you about Ana Vianney Martinez Lugo and her experience as a child, and which could have led to some sort of child abuse.
I think her name could have been part of the problem. No,
I don't know. I mean, she doesn't get to choose, does she? I guess as she gets older, she can remove three or four of those names out of her name.
I feel for her because I have 5 names in my name.
Ooh, do you want to share?
No,
Okay. All right. So Ana Vianney Martinez Lugo is ringing the alarm bell for impressionable young people by sharing the disturbing tale of how her former best friend attempted to sell her into sex slavery.
Jesus.
Yeah, your best friend. Can you imagine? Like, you fight with your best friend from time to time about stupid shit, right? Don't you?
Yeah, like when they try to force me to go disc golfing when I have something important to do,
Yeah. Or
even
like
though I
if
want to go disc golfing.
like when they start giving you lots of liquor, you're like, hey, how come you're not drinking? They go, no, no, calm down, calm down. Hey, watch this video. And they put in a gay porn and like, hey, do you see anything you like? Stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and I come out of the shower
Yeah, that's right.
in a robe.
And you want your oil change? Anyway, the girl is 21 now. So she's 21. She lives in Mexico. And she took to TikTok to detail her bestie's betrayal and how her mom saved her just in the nick of time. In the now viral video, which has amassed more than 6 million views, Lugo, I guess the news report shortened her name just to her last name to make it easier
I
for the rest
like
of
it.
us.
I like it.
Lugo alleged that her friend claimed she had been selected for a student exchange to Spain and that she could take a plus one.
What an idiot. Who
The
falls for that?
well, the friend chose Lugo, who was only 12 years old at the time, and was admittedly ecstatic to be picked. So, I mean, preying upon a 12-year-old is probably pretty easy.
She wouldn't have known better. I was like picturing a 17-year-old Lugo,
Yeah. Well,
Like you
she's
should know
21 now.
better.
But yeah, the
Now,
excited the excited youngster subsequently began filling out exchange
subsequently, fool.
subsequently began filling out exchange documents in order to jet halfway around the world. However, she's Lugo's suspicions were raised when she noticed a question in the paperwork which asked, "Are you a virgin?" What the fuck?
That should have been the number one red flag right there.
And it was question number one, right above "What's your name?" But yeah, Lugo
Lugo, yes.
Lugo told her mom, who contacted the school that her daughter attended. School administrators subsequently stated
Thank
that
you.
the exchange program did not actually exist. Her mom then visited the best friend's family home, where she unraveled the sex slave plot while looking through a computer. Lugo's best friend had been dating an older boy for about a month, The boy had allegedly threatened the best friend, telling her to enlist young sex slaves for human trafficking or face harm to her family. We had been friends since we were 5 years old, and she knew I could trust her. I couldn't believe that my best friend had done that. She still has forgiven her former friend almost a decade later from the incident. Lugo said that she tried to see the situation from her friend's perspective, stating, "It can't have been easy to be with someone who is threatening your life and your family,
She
all
was
while,
under duress. It's not
all,
her fault.
yeah, all while you're a minor." But she concluded that her best friend's betrayal was still wrong and is still a crime.
Fuck. I think I could forgive that.
Well, I mean, your friend forgave you for stabbing him in the eye and he lost his eye, right?
Yep. Of course
So,
he did. It was an accident.
yeah,
I
I mean,
didn't
this
viciously attack him.
this is an accident, right? Hey, I
W-
accidentally fell into a
It's
sex slave
not an
ring.
accident, but when you're under duress like that, it's like, yeah, it's super selfish or whatever, but she did it to save her family. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
got to
you'll
trade
do
one for the
anything.
other.
You'll do anything, right?
And she's known her family longer than she's known Lugo. So, hey, who's going to win?
Yeah. Sorry,
Uh,
Lugo.
so Lugo is now encouraging others to trust their intuition, praising her mom for pursuing the truth. The TikToker's tale prompted viewers to leave comments beneath the clip, with many saying now they have trust issues. You can't trust anyone, one person wrote. They tell you not to trust strangers, but what they don't tell you is that you shouldn't trust those you've known your entire life either.
Does this smell like chloroform?
And you're out. And somebody else just said, hey, with friends like that, you don't need enemies.
Chloroform's actually better in a squirt bottle as opposed to just soaking a rag,
Ah,
just so you know, and you just spray them in the face and they just fall.
so you have a bunch of other tricks for kidnapping or just that
Well,
one?
I include a squirt bottle of the chloroform in the kill kits that I bury
Oh, wonderful. I
at the
forgot about
disc golf
those.
courses. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my news story of the week. I thought it was kind of interesting. But yeah,
That story trigger sorry to interrupt you. That story triggers two memories for me.
okay.
Two stories, little ones, mini ones. One, I remember when my sister was like 17 years old. Somehow she got like this offer to go to Japan to model. And it was the same thing where my mom was like, "You're not fucking doing that. It's not going to be legitimate. You're going to disappear." Maybe it was Russia or something. Either way, she wouldn't let her go. And then, like, my mom had to get my grandpa involved and stuff. And my second memory is I don't know why this triggers this memory, but when I was like 8 years old, I almost got kidnapped in a parking lot in Mission.
Fuck.
And I had to like go in front of the school afterwards and tell my story and blah blah blah.
Like a local hero of some sort.
Not really. Some chick in a orange Datsun 510 pulled up,
Oh
and
shit. Wait, wait,
I,
wait.
oh, did I
This is
already tell
weird.
the story?
No, no. Orange
Okay.
Datsun 510.
Yeah,
My aunt and uncle owned that when I was growing up. That
they
exact
kidnapped
fucking
me.
car.
They tried to kidnap me.
Huh.
Was she overweight?
No, super thin.
Okay, this was an overweight lady.
Yeah, no. And pretty far away. It'd be like a 5 hour drive from where you lived.
Well, that's not far
Well, I mean,
in
if
the
you're gonna,
grand scheme of things.
I guess if you could kidnap someone, you should probably do it farther away from where you live.
You should.
Yeah, so I've heard.
So I've heard.
So anyway, she tried to grab you?
Yeah, so what happened was I had been running ahead of my mom because sometimes I would do that. I'd just like run ahead and do like jump up onto like sidewalks and like treat them like little obstacle courses and shit.
Oh, like
So
hardcore parkour Josh?
exactly, I was hardcore parkouring. So I was running ahead. The chick pulled up real fast in the Datsun 510. Like she stayed in the car, but she crawled across the driver's side into the passenger seat, grabbed onto me and started pulling me in. And then I was like, no, no. And my mom came running around the corner, was like, what the hell? And then she jumped back in and drove away.
That's fucked up.
It was super messed up.
Can you imagine how different your life would be?
Getting sexually molested by that fat lady.
Or what if the fat lady was actually in charge of a gym and they were training hardcore parkour people?
And she recognized my talents as I
Yeah,
was
she's like,
running
wow, we
along.
could really groom this guy to be like the next biggest thing.
Well, then she could have gone about it a different way. She could have been like, hey, madam,
Maybe,
I've recognized some real skill in your son. We want him to come to Japan
yeah.
and model.
What if she thought, well, if he can get away from me, it proves how good of a hardcore parkourer he is.
Well, maybe she should come check me out as a 43-year-old adult man.
Do you think you're better at parkour now, or as like a how old were you? 7?
I think I was 7. I'm better now.
Oh,
I'm amazing now. I went to the parkour park. We have one nearby, and I was showing off in front of all the 16-year-old kids, showing them what to do.
good. Teach those fuckers a lesson. Get them
I
off
was
their
like, check this
TikToks.
out. They were like, holy fuck, this old guy can really parkour.
Yeah, and this one guy's like, "Hey, mom, check this out!" And this lady and a fat lady and a Datsun 510 pulls up and says, "That's the guy. That's the fucking guy."
Remember him?
Yeah, I
Anyway,
don't
that
know.
took a left turn.
I had no idea that you almost got kidnapped. That's actually, can you imagine your life? Do you think it would be bad life?
Can't even imagine what it would have been like. But I like to think that I would have found some way out of that situation.
Even as a child, you'd be cunning.
Mm-hmm. I would have bide my time and find a way out.
Yeah,
Because I remember watching all sorts of after school specials and like how
yeah.
to deal with those situations. They don't show those anymore.
No, because the kids, I mean, they should show reels of that and shorts because then kids could learn. But what else were we going to watch after? I mean, we learned so much about acid rain kidnaps, alcoholic abusive family members, you know, rapists in back alleys, teachers that were like abusive and unfair to certain students and had favorites. Like we had a
Things
lot
to
of,
look out for.
yeah, we had a lot of life lessons growing up with after school specials. And then even like after the cartoons of like Teddy Ruxpin and Rainbow Bright and G.I. Joe, there was always like a, hey, the more you know, right? And they teach you a little something.
Yeah, a little sort of a public service announcement in the
Yeah,
middle of this cartoon.
yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter doesn't like smoking weed, neither should you.
Oh, Sergeant Slaughter's lying.
Or Mr. T's like, I pity the fool who smokes weed every now and then. I didn't like those messages.
I don't really remember the smoking weed ones. I remember drugs are bad, but
Do you remember the War Amp guy, the little robot who was like doing backflips
I'm
and
Astar,
somersaults?
a
I'm
robot.
Master.
I
Yeah,
could put my arm back on. You
but
can't.
you can't. So
So
stay
play
safe.
safe.
I love that one.
Yeah. Fuck, it's been a long time. Wow. You know what else has been
Memories.
a long time?
This episode?
Fuck yeah, it has.
At least 7 minutes.
I felt, yeah, I was like, man, been here at least 7 minutes.
Well, I guess we'll shut her down.
So do we Bob your uncle?
Bob is our uncle, and what
Uh,
did we learn today, Clay?
I learned that a lot of idioms are from England,
True?
Old English. I learned that Josh almost got kidnapped, but his parkour skills and his mother's like parkour skills to race up and start yelling. That was her
Saved me.
superpower, yelling.
Yelling, and I guess she must have had a bit of a threatening stance.
Yeah. And what else? You would rather fight children with knives than a handy, capable mountain lion?
Correct?
Mm. And Doritos limited edition chips are in smaller bags.
And they're okay.
They're okay.
They're
A-
just okay.
And I think the title of the episode will be Hardcore Parkour Josh.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. So time to say peace out to all the know-it-alls. And oh, sorry, before we go, downloads in the last week. Poland, the UK, downloading quite a bit. So hey,
Ooh, I wonder why.
thank
Thank
you.
you, UK. Thank you
Thank
for the idioms.
yeah. And Polish people, thank you for delicious sausage and
And that's
beautiful women.
shitty what happened to you back in the beginning of World War II.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
But I mean the beautiful women. That I mean, it's almost like a fair trade,
That's true.
at least for the people who live out there. Not for you and me. It doesn't help us at all.
Beautiful women are always a fair trade.
Yeah. All right, know-it-alls. Have a good week.
Bye for now.
All right.
Mushrooms.
When Charles texts us, I guess we can start it up. But you got rain going on? Sun, rain?
It was so gorgeous out today. This weekend I went to two fires,
Nice.
two campfires.
My
One
backyard is
today, one
finally
yesterday.
like 70% snow free. My fire pit is good to go. So if I wanted to, I could have a nice little fire in the backyard. So that's nice.
When does hot tub guy come back?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him, but I got to go to Phoenix this week, and then I got to go to Disneyland in like 2 weeks, and then I'm going to Europe in June. So
Holy fuck.
yeah, I got to find the right time. I need to get tires for my vehicle. They keep leaking, like air slowly.
Leaking air?
Yeah.
Yeah. Slow leak.
Then I can see that they're kind of old and crackly, so I probably need new tires. And instead of buying just the one that's broken, you need to buy two. So instead of buying two, I'm just going to buy four and get it done.
I imagine that the weather you have up there is harder on tires than normal areas
I don't know. I've lived here for so long. It's just,
because of the cold and then the not cold and not cold.
yeah, it's
Makes them
stupid.
crack.
Maybe.
That's my guess.
That sounds scientific. So yeah,
I am a doctor.
you are a doctor. We need Dr. Pepper on here as well for more scientific information.
No way he holds some dangerous views.